저희가 어떻게 야 니네 한번 재밌게 머리 한번 잘라볼래? 이런 얘기 못하거든요.
절대 못하죠. 예. 여자는 화장, 남자는 머리 아닙니까? 남자의 생명 같은 머리인데 그런데다가 놓고는 특이한 흠난 컷. 예, 이것으로 이제 약간 이제 하는데 자신의 정말 생명 같은
남자의 머리다 뭐 이렇게 맞습니다. 운상생 같은 경우도 있고 운상생
그러게요.
네, 헤어스타일 중요하다는 거 생각해요. 운상생 짱짱 하는 분도 계시고 많이 있어요. 머리다 뭐 이렇게 맞습니다. 운상생 같은 경우
이거는 라인 수학으로 무한이득 계속 이득 보고 예.
와, 지금 움직임 자체가 마치 진짜 상대방의 그런 픽까지도 예상한 듯한 그런 움직임이거든요.
데니리아는 앞으로 못 나가고 있죠.
그렇습니다. 지금 득패가 미드고 KT를 도와주러 온 게 아니에요.
There's too much of a stigma around gaming. I definitely see it getting bigger. I mean, it's really entrenched in Korean culture. You can't go 100 feet down the street without passing a PC cafe. It's just like a major thing. You know, people, you go into a PC cafe, a PC bong, and there's guys in suits that have loosened their tie and they're in there playing after work or something like that. So you get, you know, high schoolers will get out of school and come, instead of like going out to the mall to hang out with their friends, they'll come and watch some League of Legends matches with their friends. You know, in like the States, gaming is considered like a kid's thing. It's a waste of time a lot of the time, but in Korea it's just so ensconced in the culture that, you know, there's no reason for it to go away. And it's also, I mean, it's an industry also, so that industry is just going to grow as it becomes more international too.
My name's Dan Mills. When I arrived in Seoul, I quickly discovered that I'd grossly underestimated the differences in culture. It was extremely difficult to get a cab, get directions around the city, and to understand a lot of the basic customs these people have. The food's great, when I can figure out how to order it. And don't even get me started about some of the looks I get walking down the street or waiting for the train. However, upon discovering the rich gaming culture they have here in Seoul, I realized that beyond exterior differences, I had a lot in common with the people of this city.
Awesome, dude. This is where I was last night. This place is fucking amazing.
Gaming's a big deal here. You see it left and right. People play video games on their phones on the train, they play after work in PC bongs, and they watch professional matches on TV, some of which are televised and can be viewed from home or even inside PC bongs. As an American gamer, at first I couldn't believe how popular gameplay was here, considering the way that video game culture is perceived back in the States. When a friend told me about the game tournaments that would be going on here in Seoul during my stay, I was a little skeptical, until I realized the huge level of popularity these games had here.
My favorite part of gaming culture in general is the social aspect of it, I guess. The fact that I get people that come here from all around the world to watch the same game. People come to Korea from, I've met people from at least a dozen different countries just probably in the last 6 months. I work here doing League of Legends now. It's a new game. It just basically came out in Korea about 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, and it's already the most played game in all of Korea, basically. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people playing it. Right now, we're just starting to see, the new League of Legends teams are starting to get big sponsors and that kind of thing. It's growing up, even separately from the StarCraft culture, which is already big. Unfortunately, there's right now not really the same infrastructure that there is in Korea for it to be a real industry the same way it is in Korea, like on TV stations and everything like that. It's still a niche thing, so it's going to be a while before it gets that big. And I don't know if it ever will get that big, just because, I don't know, the United States is just a bigger place, and it's harder to fill that whole place with something enough to make it mainstream. So we're working on it, though.
You ever heard of a pishibang? I hadn't before I came here to Korea. But once I found out what they were, I started wondering how I ever got along without them. Pishibangs are awesome little places that are scattered about the city of Seoul. An article in the New York Times states that there are 20,000 different pishibangs in Korea. That was in 2006. I asked around when I arrived here a month ago, and nobody seems exactly sure how many of them are here in Seoul now. But I do know that there aren't a lot of places in this city that you can go where you wouldn't be in walking distance of one. These open rooms of various sizes, usually underground, house dozens of PCs all connected via LAN as well as individual connections to the internet. We are in a pishibang right now with our boy BJ. What on earth is that shit? And as you can see, it's just an underground bank of PCs where people can play games and just chill out and hang out with their pals. BJ's friends are over there. He's got like 4 friends hanging out with us today. You can smoke in here, which is excellent.
원래 게임하던 컴퓨터 치웠지, 공부하려고.
왜 PC방에?
어?
그런데 왜 PC방에?
그니까 중독? 살짝 중독?
집에서는 일단 부모님 계시니까 눈치도 많이 보이고 편안히 PC방에서 흡연자라서 담배도 피면서 쉽게 그냥 남의 눈치 안 보고 편안하게 할 수 있어서 PC방에 오는 것 같아요.
왜?
집에서 하면은 친구들이랑 같이 하니까 친구들이랑 같이 하면 재밌으니까 집에서 하면 또 욕먹고 그런 것들 때문에 PC방 가는 사람 많죠. 제 친구들은 웬만해서 거의 다 가고 여자 빼고는 다 가는 것 같아요. 여자들은 제가 아는 사람 중에는 없어요.
있긴 있다고 들었는데 우리나라처럼 이렇게 활성화되어 있지는 않고 그냥 카페식으로 그냥 잠깐만 이제 1시간만 잠깐 급한 용무 있을 때 할 수 있는 그런 정도만 있는 줄 알고 있어요.
장사치들이 이제 한국 사람들의 그런 심리를 파악해서 이렇게 장사를 움직이다 보니까 PC방이 생기고 PC방이 발전하고 그런 게 아닌가.
일단 문화 생활이 좀 다른 것 같아요. 한국은 어렸을 때부터 PC방에서 접한 문화가 많아가지고 한국 사람한테 인식은 PC방이 그렇게 나쁜 인식은 아니지만 미국 사람들은 어려서부터 그런 걸 많이 접하지 않았으니까 그런 루저라는 소리가 나오는 것 같은, 그럴 수 있을 것 같아요.
평균적으로는 좀 많이 하는 것 같아요. 취미생활이니까 스트레스 해소가 제일 잘 되니까.
Fans young and old can come to a pishibang in any hour and for as many hours as they would like. They come here to get their video game fix in a cool, friendly environment where everyone understands that when you gotta play, you gotta play. iPark Mall was an electronics mecca. At first glance, it seemed similar enough to malls in the States. Sprawling complexes of electronics and clothing stores, lively restaurants, and couples walking through the bustling corridors. After traversing the complex system of escalators, I arrived on the 9th floor. When I walked in, I couldn't believe my eyes. Rows and rows of seating, huge flat-screen televisions, and hundreds of thousands of dollars of camera and computer equipment filled the large auditorium. At first I thought there was some sort of concert or movie premiere going on. There were legions of young people waiting in droves outside a darkened theater holding signs and singing songs. Over the course of just one Friday evening, all of these people came together, traveling from all over South Korea via subway, car, or taxi, all in support of their favorite gamers. They came as international travelers, domestic players, fanatics, and hobbyists alike.
This is gonna be very, very interesting.
I'd say the most amazing thing is how smooth it is run and the amount of money and sponsors that's put into it. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows what it's about. You say, oh, I'm playing video games. No one looks at you like, you do what? It's like, whatever, nerd. Here they're like, oh yeah, me too. Yeah. Everyone. So that's pretty awesome.
Dude, these kids are better gamers than I could ever hope to be. Like, these kids are pulling down like 40 grand a win each. Like in US dollars, not won, bro. I mean, we're in an empty video game stadium right now. It's unbelievable.
In a lot of ways, yeah, the negative stereotypes exist because there are examples of that negative behavior. There are weird guys that hang out in their rooms and play games alone all day and night and never hang out with anyone. But we're not all like that. And you'll always have stigmas for video games and the people who play them. Same as comic book readers and Trekkies will also have negative stigmas about their behavior and their interests. Some of those negative opinions will never go away, and that's unfortunate. But what we have to do as gamers is provide as many examples to the contrary as we can. The fact that there is a subculture means that people have come together with a common interest and have established it that way. You feel a connection as a gamer. You feel a connection to the games you play, and gamers feel a connection between themselves. You feel it between you and a friend playing a co-op game on the couch, at a penny arcade down the street, the GameStop at the mall, and half a world away at a professional gaming tournament in Korea. I learned that firsthand. And as many people you'll find who have that negative opinion on gaming, who might exclude you from their circles or find you strange, you'll find just as many people on the other end of the spectrum who will welcome and befriend you because of that shared interest. You just need to look. Your fellow gamers have always been there and will always be there, trying to make it to the next level.